Grab your popcorn, because this isn't just Hollywood drama, it's a full-blown legal thriller starring Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. What began as a dreamy film collab quickly turned into a headline-hogging feud, complete with lawsuits, leaked footage, and enough plot twists to rival a season of Succession. And yep, it's all happening in real life, from viral book talk hype to courtroom fireworks. This behind-the-scenes saga has everyone talking. It's messy, it's bold, and it's the kind of scandal that reminds us, in Hollywood, the real drama isn't always on screen. So let's dive in the video. Chapter 1, the genesis of it ends with us. It started with applause and anticipation. In January 2023, Columbia Pictures announced that Blake Lively would step into the role of Lily Bloom, while Justin Baldoni would not only play the complex Ryle Kincaid, but also sit in the director's chair. The fan base went into overdrive. Social media was flooded with fancasts, memes, and TikToks dissecting every detail from Blake's red hair transformation to early script leaks. This was Hoover's crown jewel, and Hollywood was finally polishing it for the big screen. By May 2023, the cameras were rolling, but the vibe on set? Well, it wasn't all clapperboards and champagne. Sources close to production noted unusual creative disagreements between the leads. According to multiple insiders, Lively was deeply invested in the emotional authenticity of her character, while Baldoni, juggling directing and acting duties, struggled to accommodate her input. Behind the glossy paparazzi shots, the tension began to mount like pressure under a faulty espresso machine. On the outside, it was a swoon-worthy romance novel come to life. On the inside, not quite. Chapter 2. From on-screen chemistry to off-screen controversy. Fast forward to mid-2024, and the drama was no longer confined to fictional heartbreak. Whispers turned to roars when reports surfaced that Lively had been fat-shamed by Baldoni during a physically demanding scene. According to the complaint later filed, Baldoni allegedly questioned whether he could lift Lively, citing concerns about his injured back. While some saw it as a logistical note from a director, Lively perceived it as an unnecessary jab, especially considering Hollywood's long toxic history with body image commentary. On December 20th, 2024, things escalated dramatically. Lively filed a formal complaint with the California Civil Rights Department, citing sexual harassment, discrimination, and a hostile work environment. She accused Baldoni and co-producer Jamie Heath of repeated misconduct claims that included unwanted physical contact, jokes, and gaslighting over creative disagreements. The 18-page filing painted a bleak picture of the set, where Lively allegedly felt silenced, minimized, and mocked. Her camp described it as psychological warfare masquerading as movie making. Yikes. And the fallout? Instant. Headlines lit up like a Hollywood marquee gone haywire. Team Blake and #Justice for Justin trended on X, formerly Twitter, and public opinion split down the middle. The internet loves a villain. The problem? No one could agree who it was. Chapter 3. Baldoni's $400 million counterattack. If you thought Blake's legal move was bold, wait for this plot twist. On January 16th, 2025, Baldoni countersued with a lawsuit the size of a Marvel movie budget. $400 million. That's right. Baldoni's suit, filed in Los Angeles Superior Court, accused Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and her longtime publicist Leslie Sloan of civil extortion, defamation, and conspiracy to destroy his reputation. The document claimed Lively threatened to go nuclear unless Baldoni relinquished creative control of the film. Talk about high-stakes negotiations. In a dramatic move, Baldoni's team dropped a PR nuke. A website called thelawsuit.info, complete with behind-the-scenes footage, emails, and call transcripts meant to defend his side. One clip showed Lively laughing on set, seemingly contradicting her claims of a hostile environment. But context is everything, and Team Lively wasn't buying it. They blasted the site as a character assassination blog disguised as defense. And it didn't stop there. Reynolds, usually quiet during public drama, reportedly considered suing for emotional distress. Their household, according to unnamed insiders, had turned into a war bunker. Meanwhile, lawyers on both sides worked overtime to keep things civil, at least on paper. Chapter 4: Hollywood Takes Sides. As with any good drama, the supporting cast took center stage. First up, the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants reunited digitally anyway. America Ferrera, Alexis Bledel, and Amber Tamblyn all posted messages of solidarity with Blake. Tamblyn, who's an outspoken advocate for women in Hollywood, tweeted, "Blake is brave and she's not standing alone. We've got her." The Baldoni camp, however, wasn't short on support either. A senior crew member from the film publicly claimed that Lively was attempting a hostile takeover of the production. "She didn't just want to act," the crew member said in an interview with Deadline. "She wanted to direct the director. Justin bent over backward to collaborate, but it was never enough." The same crew member insisted that Baldoni's reputation as a respectful director, particularly on female-centric stories, was being unfairly trashed. Hollywood heavyweights began choosing sides quietly, some distancing themselves entirely. Film festivals pulled the project from early consideration. Endorsements were paused, and fans became armchair legal experts overnight, sifting through legal filings like they were audition tapes. Chapter 5: The Media Frenzy and Public Perception. If you thought the tabloids would feast, you were right. But this time, even the New York Times got in on the action. In February 2025, the Times published a detailed exposé titled, "We Can Bury Anyone Inside a Hollywood Smear Machine." The story suggested a coordinated effort to malign Lively's character, possibly with the help of anonymous influencers, paid to discredit her on social media. Baldoni wasn't having it. Within weeks, he hit back with another lawsuit, this time for $250 million, accusing the Times of defamation. His lawyers argued that the piece leaned heavily on one-sided sources and was crafted to fit a pre-written narrative. Legal scholars called it an aggressive but risky move, especially given First Amendment protections. Amid the chaos, Lively remained firm. "I have no regrets," she said in an interview with People magazine in March 2025. "My only regret is not speaking out sooner. I want my daughters to know they never have to stay silent for the sake of a paycheck or reputation." Her words resonated, particularly with women's rights groups and younger fans who saw her as a champion against systemic power imbalance in the film industry. Chapter 6: The Road Ahead. As spring 2025 rolls in, the case remains unresolved, but the impact is already seismic. Blake Lively was named to Time magazine's list of the 100 most influential people of the year, largely due to her willingness to stand her ground in an industry that often punishes women for doing just that. Her speech at the Time 100 Gala was subtle but powerful. "Sometimes your greatest role isn't on screen," she said. "It's standing in your truth." Meanwhile, Baldoni is trying to pick up the pieces. Sources say he's in talks to step back from directing for a while, focusing instead on producing smaller projects through his company Wayfarer Studios. The future of It Ends With Us remains uncertain, though early screenings before the drama reportedly tested well with audiences. The next court date is scheduled for March 2026, and you can bet it'll be the most watched trial since Depp versus Heard. Legal analysts predict the case will set new precedents around on-set behavior, actor-director boundaries, and the digital tactics used in celebrity feuds. And that's Hollywood, folks drama, lawsuits, and popcorn-worthy chaos. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more celeb showdowns and juicy deep dives. See you in the next scandal.